Hi, Aquarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. Today, I'm going to ask our spirit guides about the person on your mind. What are their intentions? What are their next actions? Where is this connection headed? What does spirit want for you? I am listening for you now, Spirit. Divine timing is jumping out, making its stand here. So it's all happening in divine timing. Are they asking you to be patient? Probably. In search of a wife. Okay, so I'm looking for a spouse. I'm looking for somebody that is wife material, husband material. For those of you that would love to be married, for those of you, I'm looking for the perfect match. I'm looking for a long time person. And are you the type of person that I could see myself with? So divine timing, I'm searching. Okay. I have rumors, a little bit of, talking about you, asking questions about you, and not in a bad way, but they could be telling their friends about you, telling their family and friends about you, which means they've kind of crossed over, that maybe they're announcing, I've met somebody. This is a feeling of a crossing over point for me. I don't think they would be talking about you if you weren't real. They're not going to bring you home to their mother, so to speak, unless you are somebody they want to be with. I have a shy guy. Okay, a little bit shy. That's okay. I have, it wouldn't work out. Are you wondering in the long run, is this something that I'm struggling with? Why wouldn't it work out, Spirit? Is there something between us? There could be religion, race, age. There could be something that jumps out at you guys. Even though you're great together, you could be wondering, is it going to interfere with us in the long run? Not necessarily. Those things are overcome very easily. I have silent feelings. I've been holding back my feelings. Money issues, working on making money, thinking about money, talking about money too much. Is that something that's going to come between the two of you? They focus on their work and their work comes first. So that could be something good. They're good at what they do. They're successful, but it can also be they don't have time for you and that they don't have a natural sense of life-work balance. So that could be something we have to take a look at. I do want you, and I do want, maybe we're just kind of waiting for this person to admit their feelings. There's a feeling with this shy energy that they're not used to expressing themselves. I'm going to go with their actions speak louder than words. And that is something you're going to have to hold on to. Their family and friends are probably going to say the same thing. They're not somebody who expresses themselves. And you could be struggling with that. I want them to tell me that they're not going anywhere. I want them to tell me that we have a future together, and they're not. Look at their actions. If they're talking to their friends and family about you, if they're introducing you to people, if they're including you in their life, then those are all good actions. I have chemistry. The chemistry is great. We're working. This love is protected by spirit, they're saying. Beautiful. Introverted, it could be just their personality. Okay, they have a hard time just kind of coming out and saying something. So to them, it's, hey, I'm here with you now. Doesn't that count for something? How come I have to explain myself? I think you're beautiful. They could even have a hard time complimenting you, and you're like, this person doesn't even ever tell me I look nice, or that they like my new outfit. It might not be their thing, but see how they look at you. Do they check you out? Do they smile when they see you? Are they proud to be with you? I have poison. Part of me feels like, I think you're second guessing what's right in front of you. I feel that you're looking for faults because you're not getting some kind of verbal confirmation. That's a struggle. Like, am I going down the wrong path with somebody because they're so introverted, or they're so quiet about their feelings, or I don't know where I stand, so therefore I'm going down the wrong path? How do you feel when you're with this person? How do you feel that they see you? How do they treat you? Do they respect you? Do you spend time together? You've got to look at this person's actions. There's a lot you don't know about me. They hold a lot of things inside, and you know it. And you may not ever be able to kind of pull everything out of them. They're secretive. They're secretive about their feelings. They're secretive about things that they like to do. They just keep things to themselves. So if that's not for you, then you're going to struggle with this connection. But if they're good to you, and they're kind, and they're caring, then that's what you need. I'm hesitant to make you an offer. So there's a I don't want to be rejected. I want to make sure this is going to work. You could be the first person in a long time, if ever, that they've really fallen in love with or had a substantial relationship with. So they might not have all the answers. It's a kind of I'm trying to learn as I go along. I've never been in this deep of a commitment before. I've never been this close to anybody before. So it takes time to kind of learn how to be in a long-term relationship. So maybe they dated, but you could be the longest relationship they've ever had. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have a Ten of Wands. I have a Four of Cups. And I have a Knight of Cups. So the feelings are there. I do feel this. I think we're putting too much pressure on what is being said. Okay. Unspoken words are good sometimes. The way somebody looks at you. That's why I think it's so important that you're interacting with somebody in person. Okay. Because you're not going to if somebody can't communicate over a text message, you're going to get a, yeah, okay, see you soon, talk later, one word responses. So you need to be face to face with this person. You need eye contact. You need body language. You need interaction. You need to see how they treat you. So this is somebody that is going to be a little bit of a struggle, in the sense of one-on-one. You guys might be great together. You could have a hard time with other people seeing this person as very quiet, very shy, little bit of what do you see in them, but it doesn't matter. They don't get a vote. You are the only one who gets to decide, and all that matters is how they treat you. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a Hanged Man. I have a Page of Wands. And I have a Fool. I feel like this connection is worth moving forward. There's a sense of I'll give you the shirt off my back. There's a sense of I would do anything for you. So is this person somebody who, if you ask them to do something, they jump right in, they do it, but they don't take the initiative. They don't say, let me do that for you, and offer. But if you ask them to help in some way, they won't hesitate. Okay, so it's like a little bit of a reversal energy to me, that you may be taking the lead more than them. And maybe that's the best thing for the both of you. Maybe that's the type of relationship that works for you, because you see how this is going to work. You see them for who they are. You can communicate with them just fine. You don't need to be told you're secure. You don't need to be told every single day, twice a day, how much you're loved and wanted and how beautiful you are. This person's showing up with you. They're eating breakfast with you. They're making your coffee. They're bringing in the groceries from the car. They're running an errand for you when you can't. So what is it that they're doing? I have this letter C. I have a K, another K. I have a Z, first initial, last initial, G, V. I have an X. I have an S, R. I have an H, A, D, a C again. I have an I have a Y, and I have an O. So those could be definitely making some sense to some of you and connecting you to your person. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. A little bit of the shy guy wins the race. I'm going to say hang in there with your person. Get to know them on their level. Get to know them for who they are. They could be the best thing that's ever happened to you. They're just not the type of personality that maybe you thought you were going to end up with. I have nostalgia, haunted by memories of my past. Don't compare anybody to somebody else. That's that's not going to help anybody. Very traditional. I have old-fashioned ideals. I still believe in marriage. That could be something this person wants ultimately. I am afraid of a heartbreak. Maybe you're the first person that they really have fallen in love with, and you're the one that could break their heart. They don't even know what a heartbreak really means. But the thought of losing you could be enough. So they could be struggling with that. I have discovering you, finding your feelings out, wanting to know. So I've got this taking a risk. Are they an avoidant? Revenge, tying the knot. I don't feel, I'm not feeling the revenge as much as other things, but I do feel like I'm struggling a little bit with why is this person so quiet, or why does this person hold back? And I could be fearful that they have an avoidant energy, and what have I gotten myself into? So I want to be careful with that. But at the same time, am I willing to risk being with the right person? Is this person put in my life for a reason? Is it somebody that I want to get to know? I need to discover the truth. I need to wait for the answers to come out. I feel like I'm just not there yet. I feel like this person's probably being very good to you and doing all the right things. But they are not cut from the same cloth, Spirit just said, of maybe types of relationships you had in the past. And they're asking you to look at their actions, because they are 100% the type of person that their actions speak louder than words. Okay, so let's see what their feelings are if they were to tell you what they are feeling right now. I'm worried about what you think of me. Yeah, I want to make sure that you're happy with me. I just don't, I'm afraid to ask, are you happy with this relationship, or are you happy with us? Do you want, do you want to continue? So they could be just worried about what you're thinking. You are a distraction for me, but that makes me feel good. You don't realize how much you're on my mind. So that's good. I get completely out of balance when you are around. So there's a little bit of you still make them nervous. You give them butterflies. I want to make love to you. Maybe we haven't been intimate yet, and they're thinking, what would that be like? What would it be like to be with you? What would it be like to be intimate with you? Maybe that will seal the deal for you and help you to see them for who they are. It's really hard for me to open up about my feelings. That's exactly what's going on. So right now, I have a feeling that you've got somebody who is a little bit worried about, do you like me as much as I like you energy? And I think that that's what we need to talk about. I do feel like we have to see where we're headed. You light my fire and I want your body. I want to be intimate with you. I will share my love the first chance I get. Don't lose faith in me. So that feels like there's a time and a day when this person is going to let you know their feelings. Okay. So it's not like forever. They're not going to admit their feelings. I think that there's some kind of crossing over point that they are starting to tell their friends about you. So that in my mind tells me that they're moving towards, I want to stay with you. I want to continue this journey with you. So we're going to stick with that for now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, and we'll see you again real soon.